our town where I'm from, where everybody's southern raised, just as good as they come. Backwoods and Macioke and mud holes. And back then we only ate what the farm grow. Man, I miss some days how we played on them dirt roads. And out of towners came with respect, cause they know we all close. Yeah, Southern pride, toting gun folks. Welcome to my city, I-75 South, just north of Live Oak.
I'm from a city called Austin, Georgia, right on the border of Florida. I was raised on these dirt roads, mud tires, spin backwoods when they ride. This is small town living, yeah. Now welcome to my city, title town, 229, turn it up so they can hear it loud. We eddied up with big trucks and heavy G's, pretty girls get moonshine and whiskey.
It's nothing like our dirt roads, you can bet that, son. I'm from a city, by any means, we gon' protect our guns. I hang with the rednecks and yee-yees. We get up in big trucks in the backwoods like Indians and teepees. This the home of the mighty, mighty Vikings. Wildcats, blazing, title town license. Winners, pretty girls with country grammar. When I say about Austin, Georgia, I ain't talking about Atlanta. This a different type of city, where the woods are pretty, but get gritty, you hear me? What you know about that 229? You can find us on the Florida, Georgia line, where I reside.
I'm from a city called Austin, Georgia, right on the border of Florida. I was raised on these dirt roads, mud tires, spin backwoods when we ride. This is small town living, yeah. Now welcome to my city, title town, 229, turn it up so they can hear it loud. We eddied up with big trucks and heavy G's, pretty girls get moonshine and whiskey. Georgia, right on the border of Florida. I was raised on these dirt roads, mud tires, spin backwoods when we ride. This is small town living, yeah. Now welcome to my city, title town, 229, turn it up so they can hear it loud. We eddied up with big trucks and heavy G's, pretty girls get moonshine and whiskey.
What's up, Viking? Just totally messed this up. Been working on this all year. Same introduction all year long and messed it up. And I don't know why my head is like this big. I look like Gigantor on the screen. But anyway, all that aside tonight, welcome back to, can't remember what the name of this show. Oh, yeah, it's the Viking Nation Live. Welcome, guys, it's been a long year. It's been a long year. I'm kind of glad we're at the end of the year. We're going to take a break after tonight's show, and we'll kick it up not at the beginning of next year, but we'll kind of do what we did last year is we'll kick it up around the March, May timeframe when spring practice starts over. So anyway, Chase is being a heckler tonight. He's in the background and he's already giving me grief, man. What in the world? Welcome aboard to the Viking Nation Live, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on the show tonight. Don't forget to like and share. Don't forget that even though we might be taking a break on the Viking Nation Live on our live stream show every Thursday night, we are still going to be producing content for the Viking Nation Facebook page, and we're going to be expanding that content as well. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and like and share. Tell your friends, tell your buddies. It doesn't matter if they're in the Lowndes County area. If they like Viking Nation content, this is the place to be. So welcome aboard, everybody, to the nation. Some things that we're going to be talking about tonight, just to wrap up the season, football season, that is. We're going to be talking about a year in review, right? I got texts coming in all left and right here. Year in review, what was your favorite moment of the season? We're going to be talking about the overall stats on the year. And I got to remind you guys about the upcoming football banquet that's going to be happening next Thursday night. That's open to the public. You don't have to be an insider. You don't have to be on the team. You don't have to be a player's parent. If you are a Viking Nation fan, you're welcome to the annual football banquet. And then we're going to be wrapping it up with the Christmas wish list. Not just everything that you want, but what do you got to have? This time of year, everybody tells everybody else what they would like to get under the Christmas tree when they wake up, open up their presents. But then, that you're not going to get everything you want, right? But what's your must have? What's your must have for Viking Nation football going into the new season? Why is everybody texting me all at one time? They know it's Thursday night. They know that we do a show. And I've got like 15 different texts waiting on me. Everybody all at one time. So let me go ahead and bring on one of our super fans. Chase Garnto is going to be joining us by audio only, by the phone. Chase, how are you, man?
What's up, LG and the Viking Nation? Good to be back like I never left.
Absolutely. We missed you last week, man. But listen, going into the Christmas season, football season might be over for most of us, but your household, it's year round because you got a player that is training hard in the off season like many other players.
Yeah, I mean, the off seasons where differences are made, and I tell players that all the time. All these young players that I talk to and that I know, and I tell them, if you want to get better, if you want to be able to bust that starting lineup, you got to make the difference in the off season.
Absolutely, man. That's good advice. Good advice. So you got some camps that you guys are going to during the off season, but that's not all. You got some basketball stuff to deal with as well.
Oh yeah, it's been a rough go, but I mean, this freshman bunch is superbly talented.
Yeah.
But anytime you got three middle school groups coming together trying to figure out how to mesh, how to work, it's a learning process, and they're still trying to learn each other and learn the coaches and what they expect and things they want to do and things they don't like, and plus try to fill out each other, and it's just a learning process.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So checking in with some of the fans of the Viking Nation on the comment line, Nathan Lincoln is checking in with it. He says he's got Gainesville over Rome tonight. Anyone else agree? Yeah, that's a weird situation, Nathan. The rest of the state is off tonight because the state championship games begin early next week. Yes, I know. Many fans across the state are kind of belly aching about the championship games being held during the week instead of the weekend. So that's going to limit how many fans go up there and attend those games. But that's probably a contractual thing. Sometimes if you want Mercedes-Benz, you got to take what you can get. Sometimes, many times, it's being used on the weekends for professional sports and college sports, things like that. So
maybe we should stop.
That's probably why they gave us a week off to get ready for the early week games next week. Now, with that said, you guys are well aware of what's happening in 5A. So because of the Gainesville Brunswick debacle a couple of weeks ago with the GHSA, they finally came to an agreement. So they were basically 1 week behind. So the 5A games, is that right? Yeah, the 5A games are being played this week, right, Chase?
Yeah.
So tonight it's Gainesville and Rome.
Yeah. Tomorrow night, I think it's CCC Roswell.
Yeah, so you got football still in South Georgia on a Friday night with the Central game over there in Thomasville. I believe it's in Thomasville. You guys planning on going over there, Chase?
I'm not, just due to the fact that it's going to be freezing cold.
Yeah, it's going to be cold.
I mean, and plus, it rained, and yeah, that's still a grass field over there. So it could still be very sloshy over there.
Yeah, absolutely. So other folks checking in with us. I keep getting all these texts. I don't know what in the world is going on. There must be something happening that I need to know about because my phone keeps lighting up like every 5 seconds with texts coming on board here. But I'm going to soldier through because we are professionals here, or semi-professionals, people acting like professionals, Chase.
So what? So wait, hold up. If what I just read in the comment section is true, how are they able to do that in baseball but not football?
Oh boy, I was kind of hoping to gloss over that.
No, no,
It's the
no, no, no,
last.
no.
It's the last show of the
We
year, man. I didn't want to
no,
start any controversy.
we we ain't passing that. No, sir.
All right, so what
Mm.
Chase is talking about is I'll put this comment up on the screen. So this is the comment that Chase is talking about. Coach Trainer says, just a heads up for everyone not familiar with baseball. Lowndes Baseball has one of the strongest schedules in the country. For example, they'll be playing IMG. It's pretty strong.
That is pretty strong. That is pretty strong.
Yeah, so baseball, baseball, and then you got basketball with Rashawn Benjamin. He believes in the same thing, and that is in their part of the non-region schedule in baseball and basketball. You get the strongest teams that you can find, and their philosophy is it makes your team better to prepare for region play. Now, other people take a different approach. I don't have a problem with any of it. I just want a tougher non-region schedule in general. It doesn't have to be world beaters to me, but in this case, in baseball, as long as we're talking about that, they've got Ware County, Carrollton, IMG Academy, fourth game of the year. And that looks like on Valentine's Day, too, February 14th. Then they've got Trinity Christian. Yeah, Matter Academy Charter. That's not Matter Day. It's Matter Academy Charter. Suwannee, Lee County, Thomas County Central, Richmond Hill. They get into region play then. And then they take on Buckholtz out of Florida, Creekside, Tacole Creek, and Coffee and Thomas County Central are all parts of the non-region schedule. That is, Trainer, I gotta agree.
Yeah.
That's a pretty strong schedule. Pretty strong schedule.
That's a pretty stout run right there now. I mean,
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Kudos to Carson Page. Kudos to Ryan Page, the coach, Ryan Page. Oh, speaking of Carson, I saw him up in who do we play? North Gwinnett.
North Gwinnett.
A couple of weeks ago, last game of the season, and he was on the sideline visiting with the Vikings. Yeah. And he was catching me up on what he's up to. So he's going out to Utah to play college ball.
Oh, he's leaving Tech.
Yeah. So well, he left Tech a year ago, and I think he moved down to a team down in Florida. I don't know if it was a JUCO or a smaller school, but he did tell me that he's getting ready to move out to Utah the first of the year. So best of luck to Carson Page.
And I got to catch up with one of my kids, Aiden Sifa.
Yeah.
He's he redshirted this year, got to play in 4 games.
That's right.
Played in one of the final games of their season. Had 1 catch, and then he had forgot what else. His dad was telling me about it too, but good things for him, man. I mean, he's put on some weight. He's doing some really nice things. Got to catch up with Grant Lasky as well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's good stuff, man. Good stuff. And one of the bowls coming up, I cannot remember which one, but one of the bowls coming up is going to feature Jalen Carter against Marvis Parrish.
Parrish, yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun to watch those two go at it.
It's always fun to watch two friends go at it. I got to experience that, and have experienced that several times over the last 3 years or so with my son and one of his buddies at Valdosta. It's always good to watch because it's good competition. It's a battle in between, between the kickoff and the final whistle. So, I mean, it's. At the end of the day, they're still brothers. At the end of the day, they're still friends. They're going to put on a performance. Marvis is going to do his thing. Jalen's going to do his thing.
That's right.
So, wish both of them the best. I hope they ball out. I hope they put on for the county.
Absolutely. So, listen, speaking of games, I'm looking forward to watching that Gainesville Rome game tonight. You guys don't know this. I'll spill the beans, but you guys don't know this until now that the super fans, sometimes we have a private watch party on some of these bowl games. We did that last week again for the Valdosta Buford game. That was kind of fun until the third quarter when we knew it was kind of put away. But it was kind of fun just to hang out on screen with our own private watch party. Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Yeah, it always is. It's a it's a good time, man. Anytime we all three get to hang out watching football, it's a good time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, Armand must be selling the stew out of some cars tonight. Yeah, I mean, he's got to sell some cars to pay for that dealership, that new one on North Valdosta Road.
It's pretty though.
It
is
is
beautiful.
pretty, and they got a lot of cars on that lot. So if you guys need a car, go see our buddy Armand Rashad Williams there.
Absolutely.
And if you don't know which dealership, it's the brand new one on North Valdosta Road. That is Hyundai Kia. Listen, Hyundai Kia is not a sponsor of ours, but they allow Armand to sometimes when he has to work late, he'll broadcast from his office, that kind of stuff. So we just want to pay it forward and just give those guys a shout out for, being cooperative and letting Armand broadcast from their dealership.
I had never attended a Valdosta basketball game until the other night.
Tell me about the experience. I've heard that it's pretty intense.
It's the fans make it intense. Plus their cheerleaders are a lot deeper than most cheerleading crews. And they're very loud. They do bring a lot of noise. They do bring a lot of excitement. It was a really good game. I mean, me being an AAU basketball coach, it was everything you hope for. I think there was 5 or 6 lead changes, a lot of big plays, a lot of and ones, a lot of threes. Man, it was raining threes. The head coach at VSU, his son plays at Lowndes.
Yeah,
and that boy can shoot the lights out of the gym.
What?
Yes, sir.
Man,
That's a little Steph Curry right there.
I got you. Okay.
Because man, listen, every time he touched the ball, their coach was yelling, "That's the shooter, shooter, shooter!"
Yeah.
It was funny to watch. But a lot of potential talent coming up for Lowndes and Valdosta both. I know Lowndes is very senior laden this year.
Yep.
If you hadn't gotten a chance, go out and watch those boys. Bubba Brown's the point guard of that group. Bubba's fun to watch. Caden Brown's fun to watch. Caden Martin's fun to watch. They got a bunch of seniors on that. Jamarcus Walker, Wyatt Ferguson, Little AB. All those guys are great guys, great kids. If you're looking for something to do on any given night, if they're playing at the Concrete Coliseum, it's what, $5-10 to get in, Larry?
Yeah, something like that.
And it's an hour of your time.
Yeah. So the basketball Vikings are currently 4-4 on the season. Guys, don't let that fool you because they have played some tough teams, including, I believe, the number 14 team in the country in the Villages Charter.
Yeah, and they held their own in that game. The score was not indicative of how close that game really was. I mean, the Villages have got some powerhouse players on their team, and for our boys to be able to hang with them as long as they did says a lot about where this program, how far this program has come along.
That's right. That's right.
I'll have to look at and I'll look it up and I'll bring it up when we come back in the new year. But our basketball Vikings wear a unique logo that is unique to this.
Okay.
And it incorporates the One Lowndes motto. And the emblem on their shirt is literally a 1 and an L. And it's got a square around it, and it represents the 4 pillars of the program.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really great. Once Coach Ben explained it to me, I was like, wow, that's great. I mean, for them to sit there and and they take that emblem pretty seriously. That's not something that Coach Ben takes lightly.
That's right.
That's not something those boys take lightly.
Yep.
Anytime he tells them all the time, anytime you're wearing that logo, you're representing this community and this program. So, wear it with pride.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Chase, I've got a trivia question for you when it comes to Lowndes football.
Okay.
When we completed the 2025 season, how many seasons has Lowndes been playing football?
Lowndes didn't start playing football, I believe, until 1968.
1966. You were close.
66.
Yeah. So with that said, they've got 60 seasons under their belts now.
Yeah.
So it's pretty strong. Now, in those 60 seasons, their overall record is 450, so 450 wins, 236 losses, and 3 ties, 5 overall state championships, and 14 region championships. And the vast majority of that has been in the recent history or recent past, but most notably starting in 1980 with the first state championship. So not a bad program at all in 60 years of football, right? So 450 wins. That's pretty good for a football program.
Who we talking about? Buford.
We're talking about Lowndes, man. We talking about Buford. Buford was yesterday's news.
All right, I didn't know who we were talking about. So we got 6 seasons of football.
Hey, Armand, me and you, we on the same page, bro. Larry's taking that gold and green team, man. I ain't rolling with that.
Yeah,
that gold and green team. So what Chase is referring to is we have our private group text, and I think Chase sent out a poll today, like who's going to win this game, Carrollton or Buford, and they both picked Carrollton, and I went with Buford, and I said Buford by 50, and they kind of made fun of me for that.
I don't think Buford. They might not score 50 points. It might not. It might only be 50 combined points. You know, both teams have good defenses, solid defenses. But they're also explosive. The one thing I noticed about Carrollton is that they got an ability to just grind the clock if they want to.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, so listen, guys, Buford is beatable, especially in the highest class, right? You know, they played for the state championship last year and lost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they are beautiful. They are beatable, and Carrollton has the horsepower to beat them.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe so.
But if Buford pulls it off, this will be their first state championship in the highest classification. That's the only one. That's the only one they haven't won.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be waiting another year.
Yeah. Wilbur Pelfrey, a longtime Viking fan, he says Carrollton will beat the brakes off Buford. I think a lot of people share your sentiment there, Wilbur.
Yeah.
Carrollton just looks. They do, man. I think they surprised a lot of people with how easily they beat Grayson a couple weeks ago. You know, they did. They beat him with ease.
Carrollton by 21.
Steve Brown says Carrollton by 21. I don't know what you guys are smoking there. All of you smoking the same thing.
I got 31-24 Carrollton. That's what I got.
31-24. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You know, I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be it's a true pick'em. And I just think it's going to be a really, really close game. But I'm just giving that edge to Carrollton.
Gotcha. Well, guys, I've been working on a creative project in the downtime. Armand's been privy to it a little bit. I've been working on a couple of different versions, and this is Armand. I'm not going to share the version I shared with you. This is a different one. So, guys, when we start back next year, one of my goals is to debut some original content. And I'm talking, so you're going to have to tune in to see what I'm talking about. But here is a little sample. Now, this is not polished at all. I put this together in a couple of hours this afternoon. All right, so check this out.
Spotlights fade, but the fire still stays. We fought it out through the long, hard days. From spring ball to the final down. Blood, sweat, and tears on hallowed ground. From the trenches to the long end zone. This is the field where greatness is shown. Plates on the turf, hearts in the fight. We gave it all under Friday night lights. Hear that Viking home calling loud. We hit the field to make our hometown proud. Every touchdown, all the records we broke. Legends rose while pretenders choke. Bridgemen jamming and the bass gets low. Welcome to the palace, welcome to the show. Replays burn on the screen so bright. Heroes rise in the heat of the night. Coaches' calls and the fans' loud roar. Wintersville, we're all living for. Hear that Viking horn calling loud. We hit the field to make our hometown proud. Every title, every ring we chase. Title to found, you gotta love this place. Yeah. Roll the tape, let the big plays fly. Call the shots that lit the sky. Win or lose, we bared our soul. That's the heartbeat, that's the goal. Now the final whistles are ringing strong. We raise our voices, singing loud and long. Touchdowns made and the Giants fell. This is the story we'll always victory song in the afterglow. It's the Viking Nation live. Welcome to the show.
Victory
Now-
song and the afterglow.
Now
Welcome
that
to
I
the
can,
Viking Nation
now
Live.
that I can,
Welcome
now
to
that
the
I
show.
can get behind. Now that I can get behind.
How'd you like that song, man?
I like that. I like that.
I'm commissioning several songs to be written, and I actually had a big hand in that one that was written there. So anyway, I'm kind of proud of it. So we'll polish it up, set it to some good video, that kind of stuff. So that's the kind of stuff we're doing, guys. We are producing songs now about the Viking Nation.
Hey, Larry, I tell you what Charlotte said, right?
Yeah, that man made me feel good when she said that.
That's what I said. Cause she stopped and she was like, Larry, LG? I said, yeah. And she's like, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Man, I love that line. It just it came to me one night. I actually had to sit up and write it down. Bridgman jamming and the bass gets low. Welcome to the palace. Welcome to the show. I
That's a good
love
one.
that line.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
So
Me too,
anyway.
man. That's a good one right there.
Yeah,
So
that is.
let's ask what'd you guys think about it? Did you guys tune us out? Did you put it on mute when we played it? I have no idea what your reaction is. What'd you guys think? So we're gonna polish it up, make it sound really, really good. And we've got some other versions. Now, I created another version, a country music version, that Armand's like, yeah, we're gonna have to work on that one a little bit. so anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think our goal is to make you guys proud. We represent the Viking Nation, so we're going to make you proud. So anyway, okay, so that's the creative stuff we're working on. We're working on some other things as well. We'll roll that out as we go along throughout the year. Guys, let's turn our attention back to Lowndes football. Okay. I started the season off this year by asking you guys and asking our audience, right? What were your expectations going into the season? So I'm going to end the year by asking you, did this team meet your expectations? And if so, how? If not, why?
Well, for me, my expectation was state championship, right?
Okay. All right.
You asked me, look, my 3 predictions every year: Lions win state,
Yeah.
Dogs win the Natty, and the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. Those
Yeah.
are my 3 predictions every year. But did this team meet my expectations? Yes, to a certain degree. To win the state championship is the ultimate, goal. But yeah, we lost, considering how much talent we lost off of last year's team. For them to reload so quickly and even play a little bit better in some spots. Like, we didn't give up as many big plays as we were giving up the previous year. And this team, I felt like, was a little more balanced this year. And yeah, I mean, did the ultimate goal, we fall short of the ultimate goal? Yeah, but this team, I can't be more proud of this team. So
Yeah,
Absolutely, man.
I mean, I agree. I felt like at times they well more than exceeded what we thought they could do, given everything that happened. Like Armand said, we graduated a buttload of talent last year.
Yeah.
Uh, Graduated a lot of key players, and a lot of young guys stepped up, um, and stepped into those roles, and they embraced their roles, and they rose to the occasion several times when challenged.
Yeah.
Like Armand said, though, we fell short. Um, and you're back to the drawing board for next year.
Right.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I believe Armand's going to have a very disappointing year because neither 3 of his predictions are going to come true. Um, I just just throwing that out there, man.
Well, his
Just
prediction
preparing.
that Georgia's going to win a national championship is going to come true.
Oh, that
yeah.
couldn't be further from the truth.
But you know what? The one prediction that I had that absolutely came true.
Tell me.
Florida State's not going to go into a bowl game. Florida State and
Oh,
Florida,
Lord.
the University of Florida, were not going to a bowl
Y'all
game.
take cover because it's about to go off here.
All right, now y'all still got to play Indiana, so I don't know why y'all so happy.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. Let's
but we'll
get
play
back
the
to
winner
Viking
of
football. Let's get
Tulane
back
and
to
Ole
Lions
Miss.
football.
We got the winner of Tulane and
I
Ole
took
Miss.
the pin out of that grenade, just tossed it in the room right there.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I throw the pin and I throw the grenade. I'm like Pat McAfee. I'm taking whoever, give me whoever to break all their heart.
Yes. Yeah. So when we started the season, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I said that Lowndes would finish 7-3 with the potential of going 8-2. And an outside shot at 9-1. So here's what I saw back then. I thought we had a shot at losing or dropping one of the non-region games. That was nowhere near close. Okay. I thought that our defense would take longer than they did to mature and adopt their read and react. But they picked it up pretty quick, even though that we had a lot of people to replace on the defensive side of the ball. They picked it up pretty quick. So they went 5-0 there in the regular season. So I also thought that we would beat Richmond Hill, we would beat Tiff County, and we would beat Camden pretty handily. I thought that we would lose to Valdosta and probably beat Colquitt. So they were so that was going to be the 8-2 part. Now, if we lost to Colquitt, that would have been the 7-3 part. So that's what I thought would happen. Now, that Colquitt game was closer going into the fourth quarter than I wanted it to be, but fortunately, Lowndes pulled away, and so they outperformed my expectations, guys. That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah. So now, when we hit the playoffs, they pretty much met my expectations. As soon as we lost the region title, I knew that we were done in the second round. Because we really needed that region title track that Valdosta took to make it deep into the playoffs. Now, Armand, you're about to disagree with me.
Yeah, because I still feel like if we play North Gwinnett 10 times, I think we beat them 7 out of 10.
What?
Yeah.
I think if we play them 10 times, we beat them 9 out of 10 times.
Did y'all see the same players that I saw? on
Yeah,
their side of the ball?
yeah.
It's the players, man. I ain't worried about players. I am not worried about players. I promise you, I'm not.
Well,
I mean,
you know,
Because
if
I want you to think about it this way, Larry. Right?
I would say that if we played them 10 times, we would probably win 4 of those, 3 to 4 of those games.
I'm not going. I can't commit to that, and I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
why. That second half, they scored 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
The first half, we gifted them two of them.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
we're
With all
short
the
field
mistakes that we made, like we gifted them. We just like, hey, here you go, and we just dug ourselves into a hole that we couldn't get out of. You know, the momentum
Yeah,
was just gone.
I mean, when we started that game, we were mental mistake after mental mistake after mental
Hmm.
mistake right off Jump Street. I mean, me and Larry and Armand all talked about it on the sideline. You know, this is very uncharacteristic of who we are. And we just never fully recovered from that. Uh, I don't know if it was just travel lag or what it was. I really don't know. You know, to point a finger at it and actually say, well, this is what went wrong. A lot of things went wrong, but you know, like our mom pointed out, during the second half, they only scored 1 touchdown, and they were pretty much gifted that,
Yeah.
not by us, but by some unfavoring calls. I'm trying to remain uh, very politically correct, as LG reminds me. Some very unfavoring calls that left me scratching my head, left LG looking at his zebra brothers, and wondering what in the world they saw too. So,
All right. So
but
what Armand is, not Armand, but what Chase is referring to, for if you guys don't know, is, you know, during that game, the stripes, the guys in stripes, the officials, they made some calls that we disagreed with, and Chase was all over them, and I defended them a little bit because I used to be one of them many years ago, and they do have a tough job, and you know, sometimes they don't see what we see.
Yeah, especially remember that one that the short one. We was in Richmond Hill.
Huh?
You remember the short referee, the really short referee?
Yeah,
That guy was horrible.
he
He,
was. He was pretty bad.
oh, he was,
he was the worst all year.
yeah,
He was the
yeah.
worst.
Here's the thing with officiating, guys. I'll let you in on a secret. They don't purposely blow calls. You know, even when calls are apparently right in front of them. Sometimes fans, I hear fans, he's right in front of you. How do you miss that call? I mean, let me tell you how I missed the call, because I've done it. I'm sure every official has done it, and you guys can vouch for this part, right? When you're up in the stands, you can see more than when you're on the sideline.
Hmm.
Is that true?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Enough.
So imagine taking that one step farther. People in the stands, people on the sidelines can see more than someone that's actually on the field standing behind a defensive line. And so when you are an umpire, let's say the position of umpire, and you're right behind the defensive line, you, as much as you try, you can't see the entire defensive line, even though apparently it's right in front of you, right? You're usually zoned in on, you're scanning back and forth. And while you're turning your head and scanning, if you miss something because it's in your peripheral vision, you don't really see it. And we're taught when we're an official, you don't call it unless you absolutely see it. You can't think that you saw it, right? And so that's why they can miss something that apparently appears right in front of them, even though we see it because we have a better peripheral view of the field than they do. That's why.
Now I'm going to ask a question. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask a question. So I don't know if you officiated just football or if you officiated basketball as well. I know most do a lot of both. They both cross over a lot. So in basketball, we have officials that blow whistles based on what I call anticipation calls.
Yeah, they shouldn't do
Okay.
that.
And they do it all the time. It's like they expect a foul, so they blow the whistle as the play is ending, whether they saw a foul or not. And that's what I think gets players, especially on the hardwood, frustrated. A lot of times is they know they didn't do anything wrong,
Sure.
and yet when you turn around, and this is what aggravates me because I like refs like Jason, who I know personally, who if a player turns around to Jason and goes, "Hey, Mr. Official, how did I foul it?" Jason will take just a brief 5 seconds to say, "Hey,
Yeah.
this is what I saw. This is why I called it this way." Cool. Now we got a learning situation. But it's the refs that I have a problem with are the ones where you go, "Hey, Mr. Official, what did I do wrong?" And they go, "All right, talk to you, coach. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me." That's the ones I have an issue with.
Yeah, I, mean, I remember as a player, I would talk to the refs early, right?
Yeah.
And just as a
Yeah.
player, like, how you doing? X, Y, Z. If something got called, I would say, okay, what did I do wrong? Or what happened? Can you let me know what happened? Holding, or whatever, whatever the call was,
Yeah.
and I was like, all right, thank you, ref. I always call him Blue. Thank you, Blue. And and I jog off. But you're right. I referee basketball. I referee umpire baseball, and never got a chance to do football. A lot of times I was coaching at that time, but like you're not gonna see everything. You're gonna miss some things, and nobody's perfect. But sometimes you sitting there and you looking, and they call plays,
Yeah.
and you're like, what? Like you would think it's all right. This about to be interference.
Yeah.
And there's offensive interference. Like what are you seeing? It's times where I've seen, and it's benefited us. Our guy has the guy right here. He's defending them, and they don't. There's no PI. So um, it's a part of the sport, And
Yeah.
unfortunately, in high school, we don't have the benefit of instant replay on a lot of things. So it's one of those things. But at the same time, offsides, illegal procedure, illegal formations, um, that stuff is stuff that we can control, as a team, and
Yeah.
so those are the plays that get me. Like, come on, man. Especially like when you nose tackle you right in front of the ball. Look at the ball. That's one of those ones that, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So
Whoo, guys. Uh, right now, early in the first quarter, Roswell's offense is taking it to Central. They've got a drive going. They're deep in Central's red zone right now. I want to say, yeah, 14-yard line opening drive. So anyway, I'll keep you guys up to date, and as soon as we end the show, then we'll start our
hey, quick
private
question
party.
for you, Larry. Because the 5A, right,
Yeah.
region, where's that state championship game gonna be played?
It's still going to be Mercedes Benz.
And they got a date. It's gonna be
Yeah, so what they did was to give those guys enough time. That's why they moved the semifinal game to a Thursday night this week.
mhm.
So originally, I believe the 6A game was going to be on the very last night. That might be on a Wednesday night or something like that, right? But what they did was they swapped the 6A and 5A state championship games. So now the 5A state championship game is going to be the last one played, just to give them that extra day.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Roswell just scored. And Cole Moore is about to lose his mind, I bet.
No, I mean, the one thing about it, all right, so PCC has struggled with quarterbacks that can run a little bit.
Yeah.
And they've struggled a little bit occasionally with really good running backs.
Yeah.
And Roswell has both. So it's gonna be a shootout because we know TCC's offense can it's turbocharged, supercharged, nitrous fed, whatever you want to call it. But them boys
Yeah.
can score and score in bunches. So just
Well,
give TCC time to get rolling.
Chase, you are exactly right on this. Let me correct what I said. It's not the opening drive. That was Roswell's second score. So the score is Roswell 14, Central 7.
Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be a back and forth game.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally gonna be a back and forth game. It may come down to who has the ball last. Uh,
Yeah, you could be
I
right,
mean
man.
that's two extremely high powered offenses. that can score in bunches, man. I mean, and Jalen Johnson and what's his name? Christian Lawrence, and then you got Big Cam on that defensive line. It's going to be a battle.
That's right.
CCC's loaded though. Don't count them out. They've been here before. They're battle tested. They play in what I would call murderer's row for a region. So I mean, they represent in the South. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So I'm not exactly sure who's winning the other game yet, the Carrollton game, but as soon as I find out, I'll bring that to you guys as well. All right. So I'm going to ask you guys in the last few minutes of this show, right? So what is your must have when it comes to Viking football going into next season? Knowing what you know now. And the expectation is probably the bar has got to be raised for next year, right? This 2 years in a row, Adam Carter's turned this program around, got to the second round last year, second round this year. Next year, I would expect that bar to be raised even higher. So are we expecting, so is the bar, should it be quarterfinals at least at the minimum next year?
I got one statement, and this is going to sum up what I think should happen.
Okay.
Turn the Jews loose. Turn that boy loose and let him play. He's not gonna let you down. I promise you he's not. Turn the Jews loose and let him play.
I think I agree. I agree, but I think we're kind of hamstringing them a little bit by having a lack of a quick passing game. So I would like to see that get installed and um, you know use that depth that we got at running back a little bit more creatively. Get a little more creative and defense wise. Let's lock down the middle of the field. We gave up a lot of big plays right down the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And that's what I would say. So, like I said, get creative on offense, install a quick passing game, and protect the deep third of the field. So
yeah.
Absolutely. Travis Hammock, he's got an interesting approach. He says this is a must-have for him. Start winning the region.
Look,
Yeah,
I agree with you, buddy. I really do. I know Travis, by the way. His brother was a stud of a Viking player, Nick Hammock. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, little Trav's 100% right. You got to start by winning your region. I mean, that's going to be the only guaranteed playoff spot for Region 1 next year.
Yeah.
yeah. But I think that's the goal every year. I mean, it's win the region. Then each week in the playoffs. I mean, I think that's every football team's goal. And you start by winning the region. You lock the region down, then you're good to go. So
Yeah.
Guys, did you know mathematically next year that you could win the region and still be seated lower than the second or third place team in the region?
Yeah. We just saw it. Duke won the ACC.
Well, that's college. I'm talking about for the high school ranks.
Oh,
boy, you gonna start that whole stuff up?
Oh man,
I'm gonna get my feelings hurt because I'm gonna defend Notre Dame. As this conversation could get out of hand in a hurry.
Notre Dame does not belong in the college. Rudy doesn't belong.
Oh Lord, let's get back to Viking football.
Rudy doesn't belong.
No, Rudy don't belong this year. I'm sorry.
You guys are cracking me up, man. You're cracking me up. I've heard it all. I've heard it all.
No,
I had to take myself off of social media for a couple of days after that Notre Dame stuff blew up.
Man, dude, we gotta have. One day just once a year maybe we could do a college football year review. I don't know.
Yeah.
And,
I like it.
Because
I got a question. I got a question though.
Okay.
All right. I got my thoughts on the college football playoff.
All right.
All right. If Indiana or Oregon wins, right, the system works. If Georgia, Alabama, or Ohio State win, the system is still broken. We need to go back to the drawing board.
he said that on purpose. He did that
Yeah.
on purpose.
No, I've been saying it all day. What do you do to work?
Listen, you can't penalize a team for winning. You can't. You just can't do it. I'm sorry. You know.
He's got a point there, Chase.
You know. You
All
win.
right. All right. So Travis makes a good point. Start by winning the region. I'm right there with you, man. It's been a while. When's the last time we won the region? Couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
Not a couple years ago, but when was the last time?
The both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DeBose.
Okay.
The two DeBose years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been about what 4 years, and we have not won the region, right?
Yep.
So although the last 2 years we've come pretty close to it. All right. So last thing, I want to remind you guys about the banquet. The next to last thing about the banquet that's coming up next Thursday night. If you would like to attend, just attend. Okay. You don't have to have anything special. Franklin Webb says Roswell just stopped TCC on 4th down at midfield. Justin Rogers rolling the dice at midfield. Woo.
Wow.
And Gainesville and Rome are scoreless in the first quarter. Switch it back to, okay, there is a penalty flag. I don't know what that means, but it looks like Roswell does have the ball. Okay. All right. That's going to be, would you guys consider that a major upset if Roswell beats Central?
Not major. It's an upset, not major. Roswell's got a good team.
Roswell's got a good team. That's right.
They got a good team, and TCC has a great team too. So,
Yeah.
I think you just got two evenly matched opponents.
Yeah.
When you really look at it, you got two evenly matched opponents. So it's going to come down to who doesn't make make those mistakes, and coaching. Those critical decisions. Because if TCC loses this game, everybody's going to come back to say, "Why you go for 4th down?"
Yeah.
On 4th down right there.
Now here's my final Christmas wish list. If I could have just one thing, if Armand, if you said, Larry, I'll grant you anything, but you just get one when it comes to Lions football, this is what I would say. If you're gonna stick with a 3-man front, choose 3 guys with some nice size.
Yeah,
that's what I would say.
Yeah, if I had anything,
put some beef up there.
It'll be rip the turf up and put real grass.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
It's not, but you ask. I'm telling you what. Like, look, if I win this $1 billion lottery, I'm gonna, just let's go ahead, let's get real grass. We have to roll it in there, do whatever. I don't know. But
would you really?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Football's supposed to be played on grass and dirt. Right.
I actually have, as much as I drive for my job, sometimes I fantasize about winning the lottery like this. So if I won like 300, 500 million, whatever, you know what I would do? I would set up a foundation to fund scholarships for high school kids. But here's how I would structure it. I wouldn't open it up to everybody. I would give 50 scholarships away every year, a full 4-year scholarship, right? So the players that would qualify for it, or not just players, but it could be band members, whoever, but I would work with guidance counselors at the school to identify the 50 kids that would get the scholarships. Now, this is going to sound strange, but it wouldn't be for for student athletes or students in general that have A averages. Now, that might sound strange, but my rationale is those are the kids that are already getting scholarships, like the Hope and all these other private foundations, that kind of stuff. You see them every year at Honors Day, right? Mm-hmm. So congratulations to those kids. What I would focus on are the B students, right? Especially the B students, Armand, that really have to work to help their family pay the bills.
Yeah.
Okay? And so if they didn't have that extra burden of working to help their family, they could probably devote more time to studying and could probably be A students, right?
Yeah.
So I would identify 50 of those kids every year and fully fund their 4 years of college.
Yeah, like if now that I think about it, I wouldn't mess with the turf. I wouldn't do that. That's just waste of money. But the one thing I probably would do is buy travel suits. When I say travel suits, I mean like coat, tie, um, and there's for all the sports, right? For all the way from football all the way to lacrosse, if we got it, or
Yeah.
swimming. Some attire like that, and I would probably try to create some type of scholarship
Yeah.
similar, but I don't know. I didn't think about it that way because that mid level, that's right, that tweener is what I like to call it. They need they need help too. So yeah, man, that's a good one. That's a real good. Now you got me thinking. Got me
Yeah,
thinking.
there's a lot of kids that could use help,
Mhm.
and they're working as hard as they can work, studying, working to help their family, that kind of stuff. And I would just love to be able to help those kids.
Yeah, yeah. But the one thing I would say is there are some groups out there that actually actively mentor that go into the communities. Born to be a Man is one of them. Was to reach outreach? It's one of them. Aaron. Um, he has one where he goes out and it's an outreach program.
Yeah.
And so anytime you get your kids, I think Kings United is one where they go around, help picking up trash and beautifying the. So anytime, I think Cross Point has a couple of things going
Yeah.
on too. So as I would tell anybody, if you can get your kids associated with any of those fine establishments, that's a major step in the right direction.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
so yeah.
That's got me thinking, man. Maybe we can start a booster club to focus on college scholarships for kids, for high
Yeah.
school kids.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? You're right. You are right.
So anyway, all right. So guys, that's going to wrap us up, not just for the night, for the year. Well, shoot, there's just a handful of weeks left in the year. So with that said, it's been an enjoyable year. We thank you so much for joining us throughout the entire season. Best of luck to Rashawn Benjamin, the boys basketball team, the girls basketball team as well.
I got one thing.
I
One
saw it
thing.
on your face.
One thing. Let me just say this. Congratulations to Markel Young. He got his first two offers that we know from Point and I want to say Central University. The young man came over from playing defensive line, unselfishly went to the offensive line, and he played admirably and played well. And I'm so proud of that young man. So he got his he's getting his accolades. So congratulations to Markel Young and also Khalil Williams, who grabbed a couple offers today too.
That's right. So we want to thank all the regulars on here. Some of them are not on tonight, but Greg LaPlante, Franklin Webb's a regular, Travis Hammock, Claudia Mine, Nicole Choice, Sharon Hemp, Mai Flanders, Alan Lott, Steve Browning, Wilbur Pelfrey, Coach Trainer. Let's see, who else? Gary West has been with us all year. Alan Clanton has been with us all year.
Tawana Woods.
Yeah. Drina Lyons. Nathan Lincoln,
Candace Marie,
and I'm sure I'm missing a whole lot of people, but those are the ones that just came to mind tonight. Jody Hewitt has been a regular all year. He's also a community coach with the Viking football program. So thank you so much. Even
Jeff
if I
Dasher.
did not mention you tonight, we do appreciate everything every time that you spend a Thursday night with us.
And we got to also give a big shout out to our guy Phil.
Phil Jones,
Phil
behind the
Jones.
scenes, has helped us tremendously. Absolutely. So he's a good friend of mine. So in return, I am going to be helping him co-host his show on Monday nights. So if you guys can't get enough of high school football, I'll be joining Phil on Monday nights, and I'm sure we'll be having Armand and Chase contributing to that as well. So guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic Christmas season. let's celebrate Jesus in this season. That's what it's all about to begin with. Let's have a fantastic, safe new year. And we will see you guys on the flip side, mate. God bless every single one of you. And as always, you know what we're going to say. Go Vikings.
Go Vikings.